Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're here to watch two more episodes of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, if you want to get fancy. That'll be episodes 7 and 8. Very excited to be back here once again to be continuing with our little journey. If it is a journey, I don't know. We're going to do some bullshit for like an hour. It's going to be awesome. First things first, YouTube comments up there ready to go. There we go. And yeah, I've got a few here to work our way through this week. First couple here from Sal. The food poisoning lady is scary. I was a little bit confused last week, mainly because am I supposed to know who that is, or is that being revealed later? Hopefully it's the revealed later part, because otherwise I'm stupid. Which, again, it's happened before, but I'd like not to be. I'd like not to be. And yeah, this week's episodes are a little bit weird, or last week's I should have said. Extremely Japanese, the main thing, right? And again, this is a show... okay, this is a bigger rant, I guess, but I feel like this show would never get made today. So much anime is made to be interpreted by people outside of Japan now. They just are. For better or for worse, I think. It's just so much of the audience now that you kind of need to make accommodations where, again, there's something really pure about Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei in that way. It's, unsullied. It's, yeah. I understand why the people that like it really like it, I guess. Yeah. It's rewarding, for sure. And yeah, as I said, there's probably room for a bigger rant there overall about the state of the industry, if you wanted to be that specific about it. Yes, Kafka doing the Zetsubou bit is cursed. I thought the voice actor there was quite manic. Can definitely play this kind of joyful, kind of Kafka personality, but not quite the manic stuff so well. Yeah, it stressed me out. Sugita got to voice Itoshiki and Kaire. I wonder why Sal over here is a fan. I can't figure it out myself. And yeah, the kind of tsundere joke with I being probably the best singular joke from last week. It's just really solid. It's exactly what we want out of the show from my perspective. Next couple comments from Iwayuru. You'll see here referring to the subs because Iwayuru is making the versions for me at the moment, which has been nice. And for the record, I thought they were quite good. Please keep it up if it's something that you're particularly passionate about. Yeah, I am using them and I enjoy them. These episodes were pretty scatterbrained, but again, it kind of gives this unraveling, uneasy kind of train trying to stay on the rails type energy to it, which again is part of the reason I like the show. It feels counterintuitive sometimes to tell Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei to focus up because its unfocused nature is one of the reasons why it's so good. Again, its style is just, it's a lot, and it's okay. I got to come to terms with that. I was going to comment on this as well. It really felt like there was 2 parts per episode in season 1 where we're moving on to, we say 3 here. Sometimes it feels like even more per episode. But again, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like it's still working though. Yeah. And maybe I remember getting kind of bored sometimes in season 1 when they would continue on one joke for too long, and we definitely haven't ran into that problem in season 2. The cultural sports festival part was quite good, and yes, the performances across the board in this show are fantastic. Particular shoutouts to this gossiping old lady as well, who knows everything. It has a great shift in the joke with the music cues and whatnot. Just goes in a fantastic place. The meaning of the universe thing that she shows reminds me of the paintings of Hieronymus Bosch, which I'm only really familiar with through Metaphor Fantasio, but I thought that they were quite well used there, and it's kind of put me down that rabbit hole in a bit of a cool way, so yeah, I agree, I concur. I was going to bring this up as well, because we're talking about now the dream sequence part. There is a cut that looks very similar to Itoshiki running in the first opening that is in that segment as well. Yeah, I'm really meant to talk about that. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't, but yeah, it's definitely a reference there, I think. Next up, we do a brief explanation of the Showa years thing. So again, Showa, Heisei here, I believe we say as well, they're all errors. So again, if you were year 50 of you know, Showa, then that would be the 51st year, I believe, from what I'm reading here. But again, that is kind of confined to that era specifically until a new era begins. The odd part is, again, if we have the Heisei era starting in 89 and we're still in Showa, that's odd. It's a little bit of an idiosyncratic kind of detail that probably deserves a better look. It may be a clue to something larger. I don't know. We're keeping it in mind, I guess. That's kind of the vibe. And yeah, I don't really want to repeat myself last week about the VA switcheroo thing. It was novel, I'll give you that for sure. And yeah, do not remind me about needing to re-record. I have definitely double, triple checked that things are working. It sucks. It sucks when that happens. The war stories I have on this channel about the stuff that I haven't even told you that I've had to re-record. Oh shit. Yo. Anyway, that's a story for another time. Oh yeah, and the last comment here is kind of a correction. So I've questioned a number of times if the singer in the opening is Kamiya. It turns out it's actually Otsuki Kenji, who is a rock star, a real rock star, as opposed to Kamiya, who is not. And yeah, they've put together this band using the cast of the show, kind of affectionately known as the Zetsubou Girls and whatnot, or Otsuki Kenji and the Zetsubou Girls. And it's continued to be a thing, apparently. Multiple albums, huge live shows together, Kakushi Goto soundtrack stuff. Yeah. Why not? Sure. I'm more interested in just the correction of it all. He's a dead ringer for Kamiya, in my opinion, but anyway, it is what it is. I've been wrong before and I'll be wrong again. Yeah, let's jump into the episodes after a quick Patreon shout out. So I have a Patreon. It is linked in the description below. You can access next week's video 1 week early if you would like to. It is your prerogative. Click on the link if that's something you're interested in. A good number of people have been interested in it, such as Mickey Babbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Bisa, Bobbin, Capella, Choba Ribby, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Donkey26, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloria Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Guanal, Gus N, Hans Peter, Ika, Iwayuru, Yanko Yavanen, Jacob R, Jummy Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Parnik, Pencil Sharp 333, Ragashingo, Ronlight B and K, Saint Lily, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Shinshio Yoshi, Akumansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, Aiden O'Brien, and Nico Lane. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, I've kind of neglected to set up this show in the past because I don't believe I really have to. There is one, I guess, housekeeping detail. I'm out of liner notes. The liner notes finished, to my knowledge. They're done. I don't know if they're going to happen again or not. They were very helpful, and now I don't have that extra piece of knowledge. That's going to be kind of me, what's the word? Kind of flying solo, to say. If I miss stuff, more stuff than I've been missing in general thus far, that's probably why. So yeah, I'm going to be on the lookout for things I immediately understand, if not them. Again, it just turns into a bit of a Google fest, which is no fun for anybody. I considered getting up they do like rewatch threads on Reddit, so maybe that would be a decent idea to have a look at as well. I might try to have a look in the aftermath of the 2 episodes today to see if they're appropriate. We'll see how we go. But yeah, either way, jumping in here to episode 7 of Zoku, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Coming right up. Radio, I have episode 7 up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have a special copy that is in the Discord, which is one of the latest posts. You'll see it. So yeah, use that version if you wanted to use my exact version, which I think is pretty similar to the official Blu-ray stuff. Touch wood, I don't really know. Either way, there's a picture-in-picture version in the description below if you don't want to worry about any of that stuff. And yeah, let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1, go. Hello? Oh yeah. Oh, special opening even. Let's go. I mean, this one kind of goes without saying, right? Like, they're doing a Maho Shoujo, everybody. Just if somebody told me, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei will have a transformation sequence in it, I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, before starting the show, I mean. Oh, that effect was cheesy as hell, too. Okay. Let's go. Yeah? Is this another weirdo middle-aged guy? I know. Yeah, we've been through it. Indeed. It's like any like joke with somebody's name. They've all heard it a million times, I'm telling you. Oh, the Bulgarian man. What is Bulgarians and yogurt? That's pretty good, actually. Oh, again. Very, very much of its time, that joke. This one's... The premise here is striking a chord, for sure. That's something else I've seen a million times. Oh, okay, yeah, bet. The show itself has a pun around Okusan, right? No, Nami, watch out! There's an evil murderer on the loose. That's the way I would have went with it too. That or really good at, I don't know, singing and swinging a sword and lots of other stuff. Sympho game. Something good about the water in Rocco? Ah! No. No, 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 no. Prison. No. Go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go to prison. Yeah, no, that's a weird thing to say. Huh? No, 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 no. Nobody's as fucking weird as you. Oh, okay, that's a great shot too. Yeah, well. Yeah, how did you only realize that now as well? Okay, that's a really fun meta joke, actually. Okay, do go on. Yeah, she's... yeah. As opposed to Harumi, who can fucking kick a soccer ball like no one. A little bit, yeah. This fucking old friend guy. No, 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 no. Ew. I think you found a homeless person. Huh? Go on then. What's the joke there? Are they forcing him to cross-dress? Okay, yeah. No. No, I don't. I don't do that. Where are you from? Yeah. Why? That is a lot. 0. No, not yet. No. Dude, she's dabbing. We're going a million miles an hour. Again. Me too, man. It's kind of a hit. Bro, he pussied out. What? What? Oh, we're back. Okay. Lilicure. That was like some Naruto shit. We're just channel surfing or something. Cooking. I really like the voice acting in this episode. That's so Shaft. No, 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 no. Don't do that. What is this shot? Bit cold down there, is it? I'm not really focusing on the dialogue. Steel egg? Damn, Itoshki's keeping it together. What? I'm learning so much. Wait, what was Bob Ross drawing Lucky Star? What the hell? And why am I seeing like the voyeur camera? Oh. She got activated. That's a really cool shot too. Holy fuck. Is that a pineapple? Frugal cooking. Oh. Okay, like a kid's show or something. This episode's so musical too. Now that looks like a different character. Oh, it's adorable. Well, somebody's didn't. I must know, again, what the fuck? Why did it turn evil? What were the chapters like for this? Okay, seems like we're back with the magical girl thing. Uh-huh. Chiri, more like chibi. That's cringe. Why'd I say that? Okay, looks like we saved him from being the villain. I'll be sure to tune in. I will. Are we going to stop the TV thing now? Oh. Oh, that's nice. Okay. It's called a Nutella reference. Utena invented silhouettes. I'll have you know that. Yeah, this is fucking cool. Okay. Yeah, they're just having fun now. Huh? I think you may be a little bit sensitive. What do you mean by that? Elaborate. Examinee? What, he's going through exams at the moment, and they're using it as an excuse to do anything. They can help it. I did my exams and I was fine. I guess they're less intense here. Great. So I'm gonna become one myself. That's gorgeous. Shafted's so talented. Holy shit. Yeah, what are you studying? Oh. Seems pretty intensive. I would agree. I take it very seriously. Oh no! God damn it, I passed. What? This is, that art style's giving me Parappa the Rapper a little bit. It's this kind of cutout style. Alright, at least he's getting qualified. Damn. Oh, a little bit of, claymation? Oh, they look funny. That style always makes me think of Pingu. Shoutouts to Pingu, man. Oh. Damn. I'm the biggest bird? Yeah, but I mean, that curry was bad anyway. What? What is that? That's terrifying. A little bit. There's worse things you can be. The lip flaps, they were really good. I'm technically qualified to be a teacher. Lots of fun art stuff going on here for sure. I'm working on dying. Yo! I'm on drugs. How does one practice death? Okay, yeah, flipbook. That's amazing. That was an amazing, amazing segment at the end there. That's, I feel the exact oppositely about that segment that I do about the voice acting one. It just maintains being legible the entire time in a way which I think's really cool. I should focus on whatever else is on screen as well. Yeah, what is this, like, hidden Beatles song that I'm hearing? This part of the song's awesome. It's giving me Mr. Blue Sky a little bit, too. A little bit talk about my generation, too. Lots of stuff. That was a wonderful episode. Thank you very much. Who the hell's Nello? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. It shocks me, too. Sure. You never know what you're gonna get with this show, don't you? Anyway, moving swiftly onwards to episode 8. Next up, episode 8. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one. Same subs as last time. Picture in picture in the description below. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. Melancholy. Beach episode? Very elaborate beach episode? School swimsuit? Come on, man, don't be a stick in the mud. Little man's having the time of his life. Oh no! Is this really going to be a segment? I feel like a spy? I'm a little bit, terrified. Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei doesn't need to use the pretext of a beach episode to have panty shots and scantily clad women. So, given such a pretense, it could be anything. There could be anything on my screen here shortly. I don't know. I do not know. I'm happy Roomba's back, though. I like the Roomba song. This dance they do here is so good. I really don't see how they can top this for the third opening. I can't. Maybe, you never know, but I don't think they can. It's such a good song, too. It's just like, it elevates at all the right times. Spineapple pudding? Pause. Okay, now quickly out of the beach, or the pool, or whatever, wherever he was. Huh? Yeah, but that's not illegal. That's pretty too. Oh, okay, yeah, we're doing the spy thing. Gotcha. Where did Majuru go? Oh. Very practical, is my good friend Chiri. Little bit. Even more so these days. Everyone's wearing watches. G. That's definitely aged. Google. Oh no! They stole your idea? Little spy guy in the back. Oh, lots of spy guys in the back. We must remember that, the season started with him being spied on, of course. At least a little bit. Followed around by some mysterious men in black type. Whoa! Huh? Okay. You're genuinely being suspected of spying? My chicken body. Wow. You're allowed to look at that. It's a swimsuit and not underwear. No! Why ruin everything? I actually am a spy. Well, no, that was something else, but Hidamari's sketch? Yeah, go hide with Komori. People can't spy on you at home. Sinetsuki's spying on you. What are you talking about, man? Oh! The salaries. What is the stalk? Oh, I remember the stalk. The stalk is like a manga in-joke or something. Hang on, Toshki's gonna die? Or not? What in the Totally Spies is this? Shoutouts to Totally Spies. What is Spy Heaven? Positive spies. Oh. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't help anybody. What? I love to spread misinformation? No, it's just a malicious lie. What? I don't want to watch anybody buying a bra on this show. That's a really fun shot there, too, to start. It's like Peter Pan. It's May right now. That's kind of fortuitous. Okay. I'm trying to hide things? Oh. He tried to hide that he was a weeb? Maria to the rescue. Yeah, the production in this season's really fun. Oh. Aww. Thanks, Mom. Very true. Okay, there's a pun there. Huh? Okay. I kind of get this one. In the industry. It kind of fell off. Wall of text. What? Man, y'all gotta stop watching TV. Why are we doing the Onisama thing, too? Oh, okay. Yeah. What's happened? Dude, she's quick. Oh, okay. I'm being exposed. Yep, that you're athletic. Yeah. Then she's trying to get recruited. So much of my discussion here will be talking about the anime concept of April. Like anime. Japan. April. New beginnings. School year starts. All that stuff. Huh? What were you digging up? We okay. But what were you doing? Were you burying a corpse? It's only a little murder. Yeah, that's a little bit too real. Dude, he fell off. Damn. That bad, huh? I can't talk. I own like 4 shirts. Okay, I should expose myself. What? Oh. Hidden law? Are we children's clothes at home? Oh. That's sad. Huh? You have 3 husbands? A few of those are pretty serious. I have no secrets. Nothing to be revealed. Go on then. No! No! You can't... No. Ah! Fura. Okay, man. Whatever that joke was. The truth? I didn't think that you were. What? What was that joke? What's the point of the video? This is very pretty again. Ghost flower? Nope, skipped a couple months. Some kind of equinox of sorts. No, equinoxes is when it's the longest. Okay. Hanbun? I mean, you're right. What an odd thing to be, like, really pressed about. Extremely Japanese language joke goes brrr. Zetsubou shita. I can't half smile either. I've been trying to. I just look pissed off. Ah, my old friend. You look like a creep. Nah, but no, don't do that. Ew. Oh, half-half. You've never had that problem. When did she turn so violent? $50-50. Bro, she's turning into fucking Perry. She's on a fucking tear. Okay, make it spicier. Cry harder, damn it. That was cursed as fuck. You're a freak. Big fucking Patrick Bateman vibes off Chiri. No. No. Somebody needs to put a stop to her. Ah, that's great. Oh, that's really nice. I don't know. I'm the standard bearer. Half your clothes. Oh, yeah. Hey, that was really good. Oh, God. Oh, we've already done the Bakuhatsu ending. Give me one more. Too much. Bro thinks he's good by Eri. I do. I've mentioned that before. They are all troubled students. Who is this student? This college student next to me. Also, never cook for me again. You poisoned me. How did the fuck did she do that? I know who it sounds like. Yeah. I thought it sounded like her. Okay. Was that? Really? That episode flew by. Holy shit. Just a lot of smart stuff under the hood going on there. The Chiri half and half joke, pretty good. A lot of tits and ass though too. You know, we kind of had the Oh, we're reusing this too. I really like this ED. Yeah, lots of tits and ass. There was a, swimsuit episode. What do you reckon Kafka's doing? Like, she's getting up close to Sensei and, like, being like a neighbor, but also, like, poisoning him and showing off a knife, brandishing a knife. This song is sick, though. Yeah, it's got just... I don't even know how to describe it. Just like this, like, old school songwriting quality to it. Like, real, true, like, musician music, like, shit. It's cool. Huh? Rap God? What the hell are you talking about, man? Sure. Go off. And yeah, I was going to push my luck potentially and try to, do the analysis now, but I've run out of steam towards the very end. I'll be back tomorrow for a little bit more analysis on those two, albeit without my, what do I call them? Liner notes. Without the liner notes, unfortunately. We'll see how Reddit does. We'll give Reddit a read. And we're back. It is the next day. 2 more episodes of Zoku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei in the books, and I think a largely enjoyable set of 2, if I do say so myself. I keep contrasting this season with season 1 a lot, and I just think if I was to say the definitive difference is that we're just swinging for the fences now. We do not give a hoot. We do not give a shit about anything else except getting this joke across, whatever it is. We're going to bend our world, our art style, our audio, our everything in order to get to the funny. It's get to the funny at all costs. In that way, I think the comedy of it has a lot more in common with something like a Pop Team Epic, or potentially there's another better example there that I could think of at a later time, than, say, an Azumanga Daioh, which is a little bit more focused and sane. It's weird to say that Azumanga Daioh is like sane compared to anything, but here we are. Obviously, this is in reference to this episode that we're watching here and now, which is in large part a parody of TV. TV in whatever direction you want to take that in, there's a lot of TV parody. And again, I don't want to blow my load too quickly, but we got the whole Mahou Shoujo thing going on here. There's lots of kind of cutaway gags, ads. There's a cooking show in the middle of it, a lot of testimonials, some game shows, a little bit of sport, like just lots of stuff going on here, man. Lots and lots. Before, I think, in a bit of a weird way, taking a little bit of a swap here at this portion, right, and turning into a little bit of an art style thing, which again was very, very impressive, if a little bit incongruous with the first half. But again, this is the example of what I'm talking about. We do not care what we have to do. We will do anything. These characters are the only things that are going to remain consistent and vaguely a school, and vaguely there'll be some kind of annoyance from Itoshiki. Everything else is on the cards. It could be anything that we could watch here today. And yeah, this is where I'm really giving it, again, plus points over season 1. Because again, if you're doing some weird esoteric thing that I'm not quite getting, or isn't quite hidden the same, because again, I don't have the same cultural experience there, it goes down a lot better when it's visually interesting, I guess, as opposed to, again, some of the really flat stuff in season 1. I will say we are kind of running out of ideas for segments, it feels like to me a little bit. It feels like we're just slight variations on the same concept. I don't know. There's only so many things that we can kind of bring up and then have a bulk of examples about, I guess. It's a hard thing to replicate again and again and again, and it's probably impressive that they've done it as much as they have. Now I'm going to forewarn everybody. I am without my liner notes. I'm going in relatively blind. I'm just going to say what I think, mostly, and maybe do an odd Google here and there, just so I don't like make this video recording session go for like hours and hours and hours. There has to be a limit of what I can Google at a time, and I'm sorry, I am not smart and switched on to all the references all the time. I did try the Reddit thing for the record, and it was hit or miss. A lot of them are very spoilery too, so it'd be like a bunch of spoiler tag things, and I'm like, I can't even click any of that. So I don't know. We're gonna dive back through here. I'm gonna say what I liked. We're just gonna play it by ear. It's very keeping it chill. No stress. So opening for episode 7 is the school. Itoshiki walks in. Everything seems fine, except this. Everybody's like got a different character design and look very young and childish and impressionable and whatever other words you want to use there. Let's say chibified. Yeah, chibified. And then, yeah, we go into a magical girl pastiche, which I do it forever. All these shows, please continue to do this kind of thing. I find it endlessly entertaining, of course. Now, I know some of you magical girl sickos will be able to tell me all the references here and there. I would imagine there's a lot of Precure. I would imagine there's some Sailor Moon in there. A few others along the way too, obviously. I'm just kind of nailing the really famous ones. And yeah, it turns out Itoshiki is not who he seems either. He is instead the masked teacher from the Despair Empire. I'm going to take a wild guess and say some kind of tuxedo mask / villain of the week type character. Like kind of just mashing people together here a little bit. Now I think the combination of characters here that we use is quite interesting. We're using Meru as part of our magical girl trio, along with two pretty obvious ones in Chiri and Kafka. I would say that they're like de facto main characters of at least the student cohort. But yeah, this was interesting. I don't know, she kind of fits. She's small in real life too, so maybe that goes along with it. You can use the phone for all sorts of fun powers. And yeah, then we go into a unique kind of opening sequence. Did I say music? Holy shit, we do a lot of music and like audio stuff in this show. Like we're swapping openings and endings a lot. There's lots of insert songs and weird little parodies. There was like this weird like, don't know if it was like Anchor, but it was sounded something like that in the middle here. I'll probably call it out when I see it. Just loads of shit going on. Yeah, so I mean, there we have it, folks. That's pretty obviously Sailor Moon. It's not my area of expertise, but I'm sure the people can call it out. I'll keep an eye on the lyrics. I don't think there's going to be anything particularly to analyze with them. It'll just be a pretty happy-go-lucky song performed pretty well by our cast. And then, yeah, like, henshin in the middle of everything, so sure. Do whatever you want, man. Go for it. And again, like, all of this stuff, all this kind of extra sauce we're giving is just more and more evidence to this kind of, like, season 2 having a way bigger budget, more ambitions, all that other kind of stuff that I have been saying. It's just more fuel to the fire, to the burning heart. Yeah, I don't think I'm that far off base with this tuxedo mask thing, because again, hand up, not a Sailor Moon guy, but isn't it like this weird kind of, not mixed personalities, like alter ego type thing. Like, we know the guy in real life, but we don't know that he's also the other guy. And it's the same with, like, kind of Sailor Moon, like that, I think. We've got these double lives that we can't tell each other. And we're on kind of either side of the equation, because there was some kind of, because Chiri's got her thing for Yotoshiki, so kind of plays off of it in a cool way. Is that Nami in the back, too, with the lack of transformation sequence, just carrying the penguin, the little animal sidekick, also very integral to your magical girl shows. That's good Nami gear. It's pretty funny. And yeah, these kind of cheesy explosion effects here as well, they give me tokusatsu more than anything else, but sure, let's say it's a magical girl thing too. Yeah, look at all this bullshit. You're telling me you don't want to watch this show? And yeah, I guess it talks to the scatterbrained nature of the show that we don't immediately continue our magical girl parody. It's just on to the next thing. I was fully prepared for this thing to continue in a little bit more detail and to be like a whole segment, but no, it's just really an elaborate intro. I guess you could say it's thematically introducing this overall concept in the first half of the episode of TV and TV parodies, which again, I would love to see how that's adapted in the manga as well. But anyway, I'm imagining that Shaft are putting a lot of the sauce into it. We should move on to the actual content. There's this guy, this chucklefuck. We're doing some kind of, annoying paperwork type deal. I don't know, at the DMV or something. And this pencil-pushing dork reads Atoshki's name and realizes the same pun that we realized in, like, the first chapter. And it's like, his name, when put a certain way, can say despair. And this guy's like, oh, how droll, how unfortunate. It's like, dude, I've heard that joke a million times. A million times, I'm telling you, man. Now, without doxing myself, my name, my last name, can be associated with somebody famous. That being said, they were probably famous a little while ago now, at least more so. I have heard a joke around that last name a lot. So, I relate, is the point. This one's hitting in a way that some of these jokes sometimes don't. It is mildly infuriating to hear that joke again and again and again and again. For sure. And I think the examples they pick out are quite good as well. And again, add it to the list of manic middle-aged characters in this show that crack me up ever so. So right after our little title sequence, the first joke that we actually use with this premise is this large Bulgarian man who's quite muscular. Do you eat a lot of yogurt? So, I feel like this is going kind of in two directions. Yogurt can have a lot of protein. It's got dairy and that kind of stuff. So if you're a big guy, strong bones, big muscles, you eat a lot of yogurt. Also, I think Bulgarian yogurt is the most popular kind of yogurt that you would generally see in supermarkets here and there. Probably second to, or maybe first to, Greek yogurt, one of the two. I don't know. Point being, again, if you're a Bulgarian person, especially in Japan, you're probably sick of hearing such a joke. Now, this one here, I believe there's a magazine called Sunday. This is the Sunday editing room. And then it actually comes out on a Wednesday. And I could tell that these people have probably heard that joke a lot. It reminds me of that English football team, Sheffield Wednesday. It's like, do they always play on Wednesday? Why are they called that? It's like, you're not funny. You're not funny. This one's very much of its time, so again, I don't think they even do Pro Evolution Soccer anymore. Maybe every now and again, but it's also known as Winning 11, and this would have been the 11th entry in that series. So is the next one going to be called Winning 11-11? Hardy hardy ha. When did Winning 11-10 come out? Yeah, there we go. So Pro Evolution Soccer 6, World Soccer Winning 11-10 was the 2006 game. So the next one was called World Soccer Winning 11 2008. So they changed their numbering system, which is kind of fun. Okay, yeah, sure. Again, very 2006 through 2008 type joke too. And yeah, I mean, myriad other examples in the segment. Just overused jokes suck and they're cheesy, and I like how we continue to make fun of them. Even this one here, there's another pun in the show around Okusan as well, so I'm familiar with this one. Even at Okusan's house, even the husband is a wife, because you see what's going on here for sure. And kind of to break up the monotony here, I think this one's kind of funny. Like, there's a rather large baseball player. Oh, you must be the catcher. That's kind of something. I don't know. That's the first time I've heard it, so it's rather novel, as opposed to being the millionth. Yeah, I mean, lots of sports in this episode. Baseball, obviously, always baseball, but even soccer here. Your name's Subas, so you must be good at soccer. Hardy hardy ha. And I think just as that premise was kind of wearing out its welcome, again, albeit I do resonate, I feel like we take it in a cool direction here with Harumi, right? Where Harumi tries to get in on the act, where she says, I hate it when people say the obvious thing, like, why aren't there no photos of boys inside of Shonen magazine? You were the only person thinking that, big dog, and it's big question marks. Why do you want to see photos of boys? Specifically boys, not men. Boys. Shonen. What? No. Jail time, permanently. Yeah, and again, turning to the rest of the class to try to get a little bit of, knowing acknowledgement or something, and then nothing. Nobody's ever thought that, bro. And then I think she makes a gay sex joke about baseball, and then nobody gets that one either, because they're not kind of BL-brained like you are. Particularly shoutouts to this shot here, where she's just completely on the other side of the room. Has that same energy with the, You know that popular meme where it's like one person standing all alone, facing everybody else, standing up to what's right, standing up against the crowd. It's kind of got that same kind of vibe. We get super meta here with the name of the editor of the manga of the show that you're watching, right? Which is Takeda Tetsuya, whose name can be read the same as that of a famous actor. It's like, do you get asked that a lot? And then even, like, Kumeta in the dialogue of the manga is like, I kind of didn't want to ask him, but this is kind of my subtle way of asking him through the text. I feel like that's a really strong joke, too. Just like, I've always been curious, but I felt like you've probably heard that kind of mentioned a number of times, so I'm kind of trying to do it through the guise of the show. I feel like the Abiru joke here is a natural extension upon the joke we had early in the show with her, which is that, okay, you wear a lot of bandages, so you must be abused. It's like, well, that's not the case. What's the second most likely then? Well, you must do a lot of sports. You must be outside a lot to get all these injuries. As it turns out, she's quite incompetent at sports. Kind of the opposite of Harumi in that regard. This sentiment here by Fura is a nightmare, too. So then we have Komori, and Komori's like, people normally think that I'm a younger sister type. Well, it's like, yeah, you kind of fit that bill kind of character-wise. And then Fura's like, because a million people say it, it can't possibly be wrong. The group is always correct. Whatever they perceive as reality is definitely reality. So then she invites this slug of a human as kind of Komori's older brother, which is just terrifying. Look at this. For some reason, this is cute. This is okay. This is not. Go have a bath. Find Jesus. All these kind of things. I feel like there's something here I'm missing language-wise with this segment, with everybody assuming that they're girls. Maybe their names sound female or something. And yeah, I knew I wasn't crazy because I said that this whole kind of starting segment was kind of TV-ified. This kind of runs into the next segment in that regard, I feel, where we have this kind of quiz show. Really like this touch here. You see this a lot on kind of lots of 2000s TV. Like you'll see that in the corner. I'm thinking of like Dragon Ball, like that I've seen on YouTube, will have this somewhere on screen, the time. Which again, I feel like that's very evocative of the thing that we're parodying, which is, again, daytime TV, survey schlop, whatever else you wanted to say, kind of content for Japanese TV in the mid-2000s. And yeah, I mean, you could break down the parody in a lot of ways. Really like this shot here, into the zoom on the prize. It just feels like we've seen a ton of what we're parodying, and again, using it to our best advantage, that knowledge. And again, it's just a million jokes a second. There's a joke here about Kaire having a weird custom from her country that nobody understands because we don't even know where she's from. I do like it when we bring back certain jokes as well. We had this Pine X Napple thing come back with Harumi, which is her weird crack ship based on some Precure or something, which kind of brings in the magical girl stuff too. Yeah, I don't know. We're building... I feel like I'm building knowledge based on it, right? I'm like, that's funny because I can instantly understand it. Again, in the back, I feel like we've parodied this poster somewhere before, potentially even this one too. So again, bringing back these jokes brings that kind of sense of familiarity. And yeah, I bet a lot of this TV parody stuff hits a lot stronger if you're Japanese. So again, we have a Despair musical performance here. Despair Ondo. Which seems like a very traditional type song, and a very specific parody at that. There's even that Zetsubou channel kind of interstitial thing, which I think is quite evocative too. Very, almost a little bit early 2010s-y, a little bit more than 2000s-y, but it's still cool. I like it. Again, more evidence for the whole musical integration stuff that I've been talking about into the show. It's really fun. I don't know, you get the VAs out of their comfort zones, it's cool. Like, just imagine working on this show from a voice perspective, and you just come in one day and you never know what you're gonna get. You never know, it's always different. And yeah, we kind of channel surf from here. We kind of finished that musical performance. We have another interstitial here. This one, I think, very much like a iPod commercial at the time, I believe. Some kind of Apple commercial. Kind of that similar aesthetic anyway, even if not specifically that as a parody. And yeah, it's like we're out of the ad break and back to the show that we were watching from the very start. I don't know what the whole, like, Naruto kind of finger movement thing is. That's all very odd to me, but I don't know, we blast this guy. He gets very quickly defeated. And now we're on to Ito Iro Foods cooking in about 3 minutes. Oh no, before that there's some bullshit. I don't know what any of that is. We're going to be cooking traditional New Year's foods with kaide. Kaide specifically, not kaire. So there's a point in this skit where we kind of flip flop back between those kind of alternate personalities, which is something that we haven't done with her character in quite a bit, which I thought was a welcome return. I like that gimmick. And again, kind of this, traditional Japanese kind of dignified woman type character is the perfect casting for this kind of show, I feel. Where like half the appeal is almost like a relaxation ASMR Bob Ross-esque quality to it all, where it just helps to calm you down, even, just despite the teaching you stuff part of it. I just feel like this part hit. Yeah, I thought it was quite good too. There's this weird part in the middle of it too, where, again, we're doing a lot of Shaft live action stuff too, which is always welcome. There's the shot here where we cut to down here. Panty joke aside, obvious fan service aside, I feel like this is a really, what's the word? Like it cuts back the veneer of the TV, of the kind of rest of the broadcast, and shows what it's really looking like underneath everything. Like, hey, it's actually cold as shit, if we're talking New Year's, right? It's cold as shit wearing this kind of clothes, need a little heater down here to keep me okay. There's obviously the continuous joke as well about the throwing away of the pots and whatnot, where it's like, here's one I prepared earlier, like that, just that continuously. And it's like, oh, that pot just now was enjoyed by the staff after the show. No, it wasn't. It spilled all over the ground. Again, there's just lots of good jokes through this segment, I feel. Particular shout-outs to the voice acting, too. They're both putting on fantastic impressions of this kind of show, too. Again, goes to show the range of the whole kaide thing, too. I guess our translation here explains this joke a little bit, because I name-checked Bob Ross before as well. But, see, wasn't that easy? I feel like that's something Bob Ross would say. I don't know. We more know him for like happy little accidents. That's probably a Bob Rossism. It's another good one. Yeah, see, wasn't that easy? Yeah, you paint to relax and all that kind of BS. I don't know the specific wordings. Why is he painting Konata from Lucky Star? I do not know, but I'm not going to question it, for it is Bob Ross. And art is whatever you make it. Oh yeah, and then, like, Itoshiki activates Kaire by saying the words go back. And then it's like, oh, Kaire. It's very good. Yeah, particular shout-outs to this shot here, too. There's lots... This show's really cool. This reminds me mostly of, like, Fully Cooley. This feels like a framing that we would do a lot in that show with a character very close to the foreground. Maybe it's something proportionally with this character, too. Like... They're getting that kind of Fully Cooley angle going on in a cool way. Yeah, I don't know what this joke we're continuing to do is, where she just, like, makes random food and says it's from her home country. Like, look at all this bullshit. Where the hell are you from? I don't know, it's pretty funny, though. Now, I don't know what we're parodying here, obviously, but I feel like this concept's very smart. We do a little song, and then it kind of explains how to draw a certain character, right? I feel like this would be a really fun thing to play along with if I was, like, 4 years old, or... Again, parenting a 4-year-old or something, right? That would get like a real kick out of learning to draw and singing along and all that kind of stuff. I feel like this is quite cool. And I guess the joke here is that Chiri is incompetent, but she's mostly competent in everything else, so that's a little bit of a confusing one. I think it's Chiri. We've got a big old hair part here, so it kind of has to be. Yeah, and then your old mate. What's Kudo? Kudo, I think. And you're very good at drawing, again, because you're a storyteller and that kind of stuff. And then the drawing turns evil, and it, like, feels like a Resident Evil game or something. From there, it's back to the magical girl thing again. We're all over the place in this episode. It seems like it's a really happy ending at the very end of everything, where we welcome back Sensei. We've redeemed him. He's become uncorrupted, I guess. Sure, based. And then maybe we're parodying kind of villain of the week type stories, serialized type stories, because hey, it looks like we just fixed Masked Despair guy for good, and then lo and behold, he's back again the next week. Yeah, okay, I see you, show. Oh, and yeah, kind of moving out of that TV stuff now to our final segment, which, again, much like the voice acting one, I feel like the segment itself isn't that much to write home about. It's the way we tell the story, which is again, the point of the segment, basically. Really love this fourth wall joke to start things off, which is basically Kafka looking to the audience and saying, we just wanted to try some shit, so please bear with us as we try a bunch of different art styles for this segment. And yeah, first off, we have this silhouette style animation. I will leave my Utena jokes at the door. From there, we go for a little bit of like a chalkboardy look here, I would say. Which again, all that I could think about is that the people at Shaft, the animators, the artists, are so damn talented. Like, it's crazy. I guess I should pay some attention to the actual segment too. Essentially, Itoshiki, from this opening encounter, believes that if you are an examinee, somebody who is currently doing exams, then you get a longer leash. That you can do some crazy things and be a little bit annoying, and people will put up with it. It's like, okay, he's doing his exams, just chill. So he wants to now perpetually be doing exams, so he gets a perpetual longer leash, right? Where again, I'm always being examined, so therefore, get off my case. Holy shit, let me break down this one a little bit. Can we do some frame by frame? Yeah. How do you even learn to do something like this? These people are amazing. They're incredible. This reminds me of, you know, when they'll come out with kind of storyboards of like a Disney film or something, right? That was actually a 3D thing, but they did some testers in a 2D animation style. It reminds me of one of those, and they always just look brilliant. It makes me long for, you know, the return of 2D animation in the West on a kind of a theatrical level, but I don't think that'll ever happen. Point being, I really like it as somebody that likes staring at storyboards a lot too. Again, a very kind of sketchy style here, loose lines, but very expressive. We say here pastel animation is the style we're using. And holy shit, then Chiri comes through with the whole intergalactic angel type look. It's just so damn effective, man. For the next one here, I would say we're going for a little bit more of a watercolor type thing. Yeah, like dyes and whatnot, a little bit looser on the colors, a little bit of bleeding here and there too, which helps, again, give it a nice, what's the word? Realistic look. It feels naturalistic. And again, I guess I should pay attention to the actual segment. He's now studying flower arranging, because again, he would be studying something, he would be an examinee and would be exempt from all sorts of stuff. Now, in the thing itself, we said it was cutout animation, but I feel like the cutouts are only really part of it. I guess the tangibility of it is the difference. Sensei's next problem is becoming too qualified. He's too studious, so he kind of gets his qualifications and passes the exams very quickly. Therefore, he is no longer given the same long leash. Next up, Sensei studies animal husbandry, and we do a little bit of a claymation thing, which I like. I like claymation. It's very charming. Less details than I would have hoped, but it's harder to do with kind of these characters that already have pre-existing character designs, as opposed to the name-checked Pingu, which I did in the episode. Where again, it's just a penguin, you can make him a little bit more expressive. I don't know who this Japanese live-action man fingering the camera is, but he scares me. Maybe it's something about like the study of human anatomy and animation or something. And again, as I keep saying, the segment itself is kind of bullshit. He then realizes he doesn't have the qualification to live. I didn't think that there was one, so now he has no choice but to die. Hardy ha, Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Suicide joke. Then we go on about his teaching qualification, and it turns into what I'm seeing is some kind of Yellow Submarine-esque Beatles type thing. Again, big focus on the colors. Don't really like the proportions here. It's giving corporate art in a weird way, but, you know, Maria's here to save the day. Then we go for a little bit more of an abstract thing, a little bit of Pablo Picasso potentially. And then again, I wish I knew more about art to tell you what this is a specific reference to, but I don't know, it's evocative, it's cool. Love Fura growing out of the pencil there too, great shot. Some real life puppet craft stuff there too, more claymation. They're just 10 out of 10, this segment, holy shit. And again, as I said in the reaction, I feel like this one's a lot better than the voice acting one for how it's less distracting. And again, the voices, so much of the voice is attached to the comedy of the character and the jokes that they normally say and the references associated with them, so when you fuck with that, it kind of fucks with everything. That's my 2 cents. Oh, yeah, forgot about the flipbook stuff too. Nice, clean hands too. I always have very dirty hands because of my job, so I like seeing clean hands too. And then yeah, from there, just the segment ends. I don't know. Special ED. Should I mention the special ED? Teacher's Pet, I believe we'll call it. It's just jolly. I don't think I have all that much to say about it lyrically or visually. Introduces all the characters in a nice way. They all get their little segments. There's that one shot there which gets dangerously close to showing stuff, which it kept jump scaring me in the reaction, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, this is, again, like the openings and the endings in this kind of segment, right, in this season have been excellent across the board, for sure, for sure. Yeah, so again, I'm imagining I'm going to see this a few more times, so we'll do our deep diving on that if and when that happens. Next up, hopefully we have a little bit more of a low-key episode with episode 8. Hold up. Tits and ass. So what's the pretense here? I guess it was like a school field trip to go to the pool or something. It's like swimming carnival or whatnot. Okay, yeah, fair enough. If not, then you're just still being weird because the girls are out at the pool one day and you're just along with them. That's odd. But our first look into the conflict here is Kafka handing Sensei a camera, asking him to take a picture. Surely nothing can go wrong with a Toshiki with a camera at the pool. As it turns out, this lady in the back had a problem with everything going on there. Yeah, I don't know. Sick. And now I am remembering this whole thing turns into a spy pastiche. Yes, of course. Maybe the hat and the briefcase here in reference to that somewhat too. Definitely kind of spy adjacent items. Maybe this guy here is reading a mystery novel of some kind. You never know. This segment here is called Spineapple Pudding, which I just want to say because it's fun to say. A lot of pineapples in this show, between pine and apple, of course, too. There's a couple of more examples here of Itoshiki being spy-like, asking what kind of stock is in the soup, which I didn't think was a faux pas, but sure. Also writing down prices. He's completely within his rights to do that. This screams of very 2008, when prices weren't instantly accessible on the internet all the time, and shopkeepers became incensed at you spreading the news about a potentially lower price or a higher price somewhere else. Okay. Seems like you guys were just kind of getting away with it before. That's, yeah. I'd have no sympathy for the business owner right now. Now, this kind of art style, the hair color change, the pattern of the hair, and this kind of floral conceit kind of repeated a number of times this episode. I wanted to know a concrete reference here because it feels pretty pointed. But again, I don't know, it looks pretty regardless. But I noticed it being reused is the point, I guess. Great cheery character joke here too. I really like that she wears a swimsuit that is dedicated for swimming, like an Olympic-style swimsuit, right? Look at her. Wow. Because when you're swimming, you are swimming. It is for no ulterior purpose. I feel like that's just a great character joke. Yeah, I feel like this is one of the segments for sure, which is showing its age these days. Just the proliferation of the internet and smartphones and everything just completely places this in a point in time, right? It's, again, we have way more ridiculous spy gadgets these days. I have fucking AirPods here or whatever, right? They're wirelessly, I plug them in my ears and they just make music. And I can also talk through them. And I can also hit the button on my ear and it changes the song. Imagine, that'd be crazy telling somebody from 2008 all that kind of stuff, right? I think so, at least. And, I've got a smartphone here too. Got lots of stuff, Yeah. They didn't have those back in the day. And, yeah. Those are the real spy gadgets. I got better spy gadgets is the point. I feel like this Nami joke here falls a little bit flat, where she says that you're being spied on by your kind of telecommunications company, which is the truth, but you didn't know that yet. More, it's they're definitely looking me up on Google using my personal information, and it's yeah, they wouldn't do that. What a weird thing to say. I guess it goes into this whole Nami normal thing, right? Where she thinks that she's actually not normal, so she is worth a Google, when she really isn't. She has an inflated ego relative to how interesting she actually is. That's pretty good. Maria here also says googly, 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 which is also pretty good. It's all pretty good. The Harumi joke here is pretty good. She thinks her content's getting stolen. And I will say there's the one kind of boob joke we do here, briefly, if I can get it on screen. Right there. I feel like we were pretty tame for the so-called beach episode, right? Like, I don't know. We don't see that much tits and ass, especially relative to some of the stuff we've seen earlier this season. More than anything, it kind of comes across as, like, the same energy as the kimono stuff. It's a little bit more tasteful than normal, which is, I can't believe something I'm saying about this segment. Got a little spy guy here hiding behind my camera too, as we introduce the actual conflict. There's a very quickfire joke here where Chiri does some war crimes quickly, which she is wont to do, torturing counter spies and whatnot. You have more than 2 mysterious trips abroad in the past, so now you're getting flagged by public security. These feel like references. Is this some kind of dictator here in the back? Okay, yeah, whatever you say, show. And then, I don't know, Furta is just chaos incarnate. Like, I was trying to run away from the spy shit, and now you're playing spy with me like I was actually a spy this whole time, Comrade Itoshiki. Yeah. I feel like the Kaede stuff here is pretty funny too, considering her mysterious country of origins too. No, they know about the girl I like. Damn it. Oh shit. Was this the director guy again in the back when he goes to the movies? Also EF and Hidamari sketch references again too. Yeah, this is the director guy for sure. He's back. The original way. We love that guy. And yeah, maybe an ominous ending here to the sketch too. Not even ending, but hey, even when I'm at home, I feel like I'm being spied on too. This time on some kind of mysterious unnamed message board. This here's a really fun fourth wall joke too. These are actual things that Kumeta would know that he could reveal, right? I'm tired of this treatment like I'm a spy. I'm going to tell everybody every secret I know, such as like employee salaries at the company I work at, the new 7th series in the next magazine, all this other like inside baseball kind of stuff I would know about the place of work that I work at, right? Like, again, because I'm on the payroll, I would know what people pay. Yeah, I don't know. It hit me. This was a cool joke. Now, I don't know what this specific reference is with our kind of skin tight colored costumes and the whole spy thing or whatever. I don't really get it. Also, he gets instantly double-crossed, which the pacing's insane. But I was seeing like a Totally Spies type thing. Now, I don't remember. Wasn't there some bullshit about this show and it being like fetishy or something? If I can frame it correctly. Yeah. It's been ages since I've seen this, but please let me know if you're down in your Totally Spies lore. Oh, yes. Then we go to the positive counterintelligence where we just spread misinformation. Again, a segment ahead of its time. So yeah, this is how like vicious, mysterious rumors start. They're meant to counter-spy people. Positive counter-spy measures. I don't know, man. It stinks of like, you know when like playground Pokemon rumors used to be crazy. Like, oh my god, you can catch this Pokemon if you do this, this, and this at this time of day. People trying to sell fake Pokemon cards too. That's a whole another can of worms though. I don't know, that's the kind of vibe I got from this segment. Next segment now, really like this opening shot with Thura, who just loves the weather, that she's flying through the air, almost like Peter Pan style. And yes, so much of this segment is about the time of year, it being May. As I record this, it is currently May. That was kind of cool. The only problem is I'm in the southern hemisphere, so it's getting colder, not warmer, so couldn't really relate on that level, but I digress. So, okay, how do I explain this segment? It's extremely Japanese again, and we're talking about May, mostly in contrast to April. So, April is the start of the school year. It's the new everything, spring has sprung in Japan and all that other kind of stuff, right? It's a time of new beginnings, it's a time of changing something, it's a time of, you know, spring has sprung. It's that same type of feeling, but you know, condensed to this particular month. And again, what this is going into is the clarity of May. The clear weather of May really brings true intentions out, right? You may have the best intentions in April to change things, to have a new beginning, but May brings in what, you know, the monotony, right? What will actually happen here in this new year? Our first example here is a delinquent type character who accidentally reveals his shirt which has some kind of anime character on it. Look, there's an anime character on it. I don't know if it's a reference, probably. But hey, that's incongruous. Since when were you a weeb? And yeah, as it turns out, he was a weeb the whole time. This whole delinquent shtick was a new thing he was trying for the new year in April. He only just started high school. I like Okusan here being like, yeah, I know this guy. Very mom energy. The cuddle here too. Very, very cool. So yeah, he didn't want to get picked on, so he pretended to be tough when it got to April. But lo and behold, he actually wasn't. The truth came out through time. Again, I over-explained that segment a little bit, this particular joke, because it'll play out another like dozen times or so. Yeah, basically this segment's about getting fraud checked, right? Are you really about what you're about? Yeah. I don't know. Some of these background jokes are hitting too. And yeah, when we start to expand this premise outside of just school, I feel like we really hit our stride. There were these new series that came out at the start of April that promised a lot. That looked very interesting. As somebody that used to do the whole seasonal thing, yeah, for sure. This happens every season. There's a few that look, oh, that's kind of interesting. I wonder where this will go. And then it ends up being fucking nothing. It ends up being terrible. So yeah, the clarity of me coming through here and revealing the quality. Also, maybe a meta joke here around something that came out on the 27th of April that Kumeda may have been tangentially involved with. I don't know. Wish I had my liner notes. This one's probably really hidden if I did. A good example of the Asui joke here, especially considering the exposure keyword. It's like, oh, I haven't been exposed yet. It's like, yeah, you have, buddy. Come on now. Also like this one too. Again, very much like the start of a new school year, right? In April, you'd be recruited to a bunch of clubs that would bring in the promising freshmen into all the sporting clubs, and lo and behold, a new year, and they rediscover that Harumi is cracked again. She's actually great at sports, but no, she doesn't want to do any of that shit. She would rather read smut. Which is based. So, again, you've been exposed come May that you're actually this sporting prodigy. Like, running a 12-second 100 meters is insane. What's the women's record there? 10.49 seconds. So, you're in touching distance for sure. Yeah, and I mean, she gets dragged off to hell. Look at her, poor Harumi. Oh, I'm stupid. This is continuing on from the first segment, of course, because she tortured that guy with the shovel. So yeah, we're here to investigate some things that happened in April. Come May, they've been exposed. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's pretty cool. Oh no, there was a different, separate incident with another different shovel? Didn't she have a shovel here? Yeah, she did. Yo, Chiri with a shovel? She even had a shovel when she was beating up those fucking robots. When she was beating up the mechs in the Alien episode. Yo. Chiri and her weapon of choice. Another very school-centric joke as we get back to the segment at hand is this one about field trips, like a May field trip after, school introduction stuff in April. You probably wouldn't have any, plain closed days or anything like that. You get to one of those, you find out that your crush actually dresses like shit, to the point where she's like begging for it to be a uniform day and not a plainclothes day. That's pretty good. I don't know, and then these segments always flip very quickly. Further, again, here's the culprit saying that things are normally better if you expose them yourself. So then everybody goes around in a circle and basically exposes something about themselves to the rest of the group. A few choice ones here, like this one from I, saying, I skip school sometimes thinking it's a good thing I won't be appearing on screen. Nice fourth wall stuff. Chia talking something about having 3 husbands. Mari is actually a boy. There's lots of bullshit like that. What the fuck? Okay, and then Itoshiki says he's got something to reveal, and it's that he's just contributing to society? Well, I don't know. Then they call him a piece of shit or something. I don't know. And then there's something... Furuda's like evil or something. She's also the girl next door who keeps making him curry. I don't know what that's about at all. And then, yeah, final segment here is about half-half and true half-half. And then Chiri goes on a tear. Now I remember. Oh, shit. Yeah, and equinox was the word I was looking for yesterday. We even say it in the segment. I kept saying solstice. No, equinox. You get it? Equal. Equal. Equinox, I don't know. This last segment here... It strikes me as very writerly. It's like when somebody says half something, they don't actually mean half. They mean that. If somebody was half asleep, they were actually asleep. If somebody's half convinced, then they're not convinced. It doesn't actually mean what it means, you know? And again, in contrast to some other segments, I feel like this one's translating pretty well. I'm kind of half out on it. Then you're out on it, right? That's a half man, half fish. It's actually all just fish. There's no half-half about it. If it was half, it'd be a half-half, you know? I feel like this segment here about the half smile's hitting pretty good. I could not half smile for the life of me. It's completely very difficult to do. Look at that. If you're trying to half smile, you turn into a creep, like my old friend over here. Yeah, and as I mentioned before, the introduction of Chiri here is just fantastic. How kind of OCD she is about all this stuff, I guess you would say. She's very numbers based. She wants all her ducks in a row. She wants them all correct. You wouldn't want to cut her sandwich incorrectly is my point. Like, she's just such that character that I think her introduction here is just, it just fits perfectly. It's also continuing this sinister kind of turn in the episode for Chiri. She's like killing spies and on the run and doing murders and stuff. She's manic. She's off her fucking head on drugs or something. And, yeah, this kind of segment runs into that as well. She just loses her fucking mind. Yeah, she has a recollection here about, like, some kind of murder. That was not cool. And yeah, as I said in the reaction as well, she's giving off kind of Commodore Perry here a little bit. Just running around the school, running amok. You know, instead of opening things, she's just halving them. She's a menace. She needs to be killed. I like some of the line reads in this segment too. Like the nos. I like the do it agains. They're all very good. Yeah. No. Just very good. I do like the one thing breaking through here is her love of Maria, though. Like, thinking that Maria is very cute. You're fine. You don't have anything you can improve on, especially after the big long montage of her ragging on everybody else. Panty shot included. Really like this one, too. Also, again, that kind of time on TV, if I can get it again. Up here. Yeah, very trademark stuff. Yeah, there was some kind of disaster. We say our home was half destroyed. It's like, no, it's almost fully destroyed. Let me get it back to half. So she actually does a good deed. She's a good Samaritan here to prove her point. And yeah, I don't know. There's a half kneel here from Sensei, which I think is quite humorous. It's just kind of a lot of the same this last segment. It's okay. It's hidden its stride. And then we get meta about the ending again. It's a half ending. No, it's only a 20% ending. Or would you rather me use the explosion ending again? Where the explosion was too big? That's only 55% and we blew up the Earth? Oh my god. How are you two existing right now too? Yeah, I guess this is more future stuff too, because we then have our last little segment here. When you think Kafka, you think metamorphosis, you think change, you think somebody changing into somebody else. We have a conversation here with this kind of college student next door type character. I'm going to cook for you. There's a few particular moments here where the voice comes through, and I was like, oh, I know who that is now, hardy hardy ha. I could probably tell previously if I was paying more attention too. You could probably tell from height as well. But yes, this character is Kafka. They brandish a knife. They're going to continue to cook sensei things, look broadly evil while doing so. I don't know where that's going at all, but sure, a little bit more of a serialized story through this madness. Can't hurt. And then, yeah, we'll leave that there for this week. What a roller coaster. Holy. And I didn't think I went too bad considering the lack of extra curricular stuff, the liner notes. If I missed anything super obvious, please let me know. But yeah, that was very fun. I'll probably see you next week for more. 2 more episodes. Please look forward to it. Getting to that pointy end of season 2 now, of course, as well. Is that a hole in my shirt? No, it's some bullshit. Okay, that's good. I hope there wasn't a hole there. That would have been bad. Anyway, I'll see you next week. 2 more episodes. Patreon if you want to see them straight away. I don't know. It's your prerogative. I'll catch you later. Thank you for watching. Ciao. Bye-bye.